Right, in today's video we are going to be modelling this cream egg. Coming up for Easter, thought it'd be a good time to show some Easter stuff. I'm going to try and hold back on the Easter puns as well. But I am going to say, if you come up with a really good Easter pun, put it in the comments below, and all the scene files involved here, which is the egg and the wrapper and the pyro filling, I'm going to include it on my Gumroad site. But if you come up with a really good pun for Easter, and it makes me laugh and you're the winner, I will let you have my Gumroad files for this Easter egg, this cream egg, for free, and I'll send you a code so you can grab it all for nothing. Little thing just to think about. Anyway, so what we're going to do is I'm going to include all of this, like I just said, in my Gumroad, and in this video we're just going to concentrate on creating the filling, this fondant filling here, and not modelling and doing this bit, because it will take a lot longer to do that. If you do want to see the modelling of that, leave me a comment below saying, yeah, you'd like to see that as a separate video. Okay, let's do this then. So the fondant, let's have a look at how to do that. So this is the same scene, but just without the fondant in the egg. Right, so what we do then is we're going to build it using Pyro. Okay, we're going to use it in a liquidy kind of thick form to show it dripping down the egg. So the first thing we need is a sphere, and we're going to put that in the egg and then pop it out the top, so it's just sat in there. Make it just a little bit bigger so it sits just in the neck of the egg there, where the top's missing. Okay, and let's make it editable, and let's squash it down like that. We just need to change this fong angle a little bit here, because it's just done that. Okay, so let's just turn it like that, just so it sits in the top like that. Okay, so that is going to be like our, this is not going to be visible, this is going to have Pyro on here, but this is just the basis where the Pyro is going to form onto this sphere. Right, so now we right click on sphere and we go simulation, Pyro. Now I'm just going to see here, because sometimes if I've just been working on these files, it remembers my old Pyro settings. So I just want to see if it's done the same thing. I think we're okay. I don't want it to, yeah, I think they're okay. Anyway, so right, what we need to do for this to work and look like a creamy fondant is we want to use a volume. So we're going to use the volume builder and the volume mesher. We put the builder under the mesher and the Pyro under the builder, and then we turn off the visibility of the Pyro, and we turn on density down here, and we turn off the other settings, so we've just got density on. Then we go to Pyro, and oh, it has remembered my settings. All right, so you won't have these settings, but you need to put 1 in for voxel size. You need to put 5 plus 5 for the density buoyancy, and turbulence you need to turn off, 0 that, combustion 0 that, dissipation you need to 0 the density, so we don't want it to disappear, and also the absolute density, make sure they're both zeros. Smoothing we don't need to worry about. I think that's it. Okay, so on the builder now we need to make sure our voxel size is 1, and then we'll put a smooth in the top as well. Okay, let's just go back to the beginning, just see what we're getting now. If we just press play. Right, so it's kind of forming and going up, which is, just check the project setting files here. That's fine. Yeah, the gravity is fine. Let's turn off the visibility of the sphere. I think what's wrong is the voxel size. Yeah, so we need a voxel size of 1 on both settings, on the one on the sphere and the main default one. Both should be voxel size 1. Okay, like that. Let's try it again. Right, so now it's kind of forming. So we have a 1 and then the measure. Let's bring that. Let's have a look at what we've got here. There's a few things we need to change. They're not quite working at the moment because it's a little bit too big. So we need to make it smaller. So let's have a look. We've got voxel size 1. Got no turbulence, no combustion. Okay. On density, let's have a look at this setting here. We've got 1. I know why. We've got its surface emitting here, not volume, not the volume of the sphere. So if we turn that off, it will then only form in the volume here. Look, and it's still going up, and it shouldn't be going up. Let's have a look at these settings here. We have a density buoyancy of 5. Yeah, that's +5. That should be fine. If you go minus, it will. Pretty sure it'll go the other way. Yeah, it's going up there. So it shouldn't be going up on a +5. Okay, let's see if we can solve that. +5. It's usually if you've got proper gravity on, which it is, it's got gravity going down, you reverse the okay, I've got it. There's a few things I haven't done on the tag here on the sphere. So we need to turn off temperature and we need to turn off velocity. Sorry, I should have realized this. And off on the density, and then what we need to do on the timeline at 0, we need to add 2 and set it. We then need to go forward 10 frames and we need to set that at 0. Okay, right, let's try again. Sorry about that. This is more like it. Okay, we probably need to make that sphere a little bit bigger. Actually, it does actually sit there okay, doesn't it? Let's just make it a bit bigger. Turn it off. And let's just see what the Pyro is doing. Okay. It's not too bad. I think we could have a bit more smoothing here. I think we could have some. So we've got smoothing in. Let's just try putting that down to 1. Right. Let's bring the voxel range up on the mesher. That was a little bit too low. Let's bring that up about 80, 85. That looks a little bit more what I expect. The voxel size, let's try 1. And voxel distance, no, let's keep that at 1. Okay, that looks pretty good to me, that. Yeah, it's kind of breaking and dropping, and I think that's not bad. Yeah, kind of pouring off the side. So yeah, look, so many settings to change here to get different looks and thickness and things that, you know, just keep trying it until you're happy. But that's kind of quite happy with that. You could probably have a thicker sphere. Probably don't have to flatten it as much. You could probably pull it up a little bit and then push it down and then probably expand it a bit, and there's a little bit more volume then on that sphere. Don't forget to turn it off. you just want enough kind of volume of this fondant just to form in the top and then start to drip down without it disappearing. So you need it to make enough, and if it doesn't make enough and it disappears too quickly, you can go back to the tag here where we've set this on the timeline here at 2. You could try upping that to like doubling it to 4, and then it will make more of it before it stops producing, if you know what I mean. It will make a load thicker and then it will stop at 10 frames. So there'll be a little bit more kind of fondant here to drip down the egg. So that might be better having it at 4 actually, because there's a lot more volume here, isn't it? A lot more thickness. So it depends. Depends what you want, how much you want. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, so that's that. And just the final thing, I just wanted to I've already got some materials here, but I just want to show you this one. We've got a gradient that we've done here, which is literally just the colour of the yolk and the white, and then we've just got it set up as a 2D circular, and then we've put up a bit of turbulence, just to kind of, not that much maybe, just like that, just to make it look like a bit of yolk that you see in these eggs. And then we just want to apply that to the mesher. Okay, so if you just drop it on the mesher, it won't go in the right place initially. Now we probably want to change that to spherical, and then we just need to change where it's positioned here. Okay, there we go. That we're starting to get. You can play around with this a bit longer, but it's that kind of thing, right, where you just got this nice yolk, and just use a gradient like I've just shown you. So I hope, just let that render while I sign off. Yeah, so basically the modeling of the egg itself, I use cloth and balloon, and there's lots of things to get those shapes, and some volume modeling for that star on the front, and then the foil was using cloth in lots of different ways. So yeah, it's quite a complex operation, which is why I didn't want to go through it in this video. It'd be too long, so I've included this whole scene below. But if you want to learn how to do those steps, the modeling of the egg and the foil, then I'll do that as another video if I get enough comments or requests for that. If not, then feel free, for £1 or £2, whatever it is, $1 or $2 below on my Gumroad, you can grab this entire scene. If you come up with a really funny Easter joke though, you'll get that free, and I'll send you a code to get it free. So I hope that's been useful for you. Happy Easter everyone who celebrates it, and I will speak to you very soon in my next video. My name is Mike German from Visual Animation. Take care. Goodbye for now.